Hello everyone. The other night I was laying in bed and I couldn't stop thinking about the whole being called by God and being chosen situation, and I thought of a really easy way to explain the difference between being called and being chosen, and why once you've been called you don't really have to stress about being chosen. I think I have an interesting perspective on the situation and I think you'll enjoy it. Let me explain. Being called by God is like you've been offered a job by the top company in the world, we'll say, has offered you a job. And it's a job you didn't apply for. You actually may not have even realized that this job opportunity existed, and you may not feel like you are at all qualified for the position. Those around you, your friends, family, they might also not think that you qualify for this position or understand why you were even offered this job. What nobody realizes, and what you might not even realize, is that the CEO of this enormous, successful company has been a friend of your family for your entire life. Now, the CEO understands that you have a past, or may have a past, that is not perfect, and in your eyes and in the eyes of others, might disqualify you for such an extraordinary opportunity, such as this job you are being offered that you did not apply for. A past that you believed truly would make you unworthy of this position. But the CEO of this company knows your heart and knows that deep down there is a kindness and a love within you that is not in everyone. He knows that you would be an excellent addition to his company and that you would put in an enormous amount of work to make sure that you make him proud and make him feel like he's made the right choice in hiring you or offering to hire you for this position you did not apply for. So the CEO calls you and he says, "Hey, I'd love for you to come in for an interview." And of course you're confused because you didn't apply, but you're excited because you understand that this is an enormous company. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Obviously you're going to take it. You're going to at least try to get this job that's being handed to you. So you say yes, and you agree to go in for the interview. You show up to the interview, you sit down with the CEO, and the first thing you ask is, "Why me? I didn't even apply for this. I didn't realize this opportunity existed, yet you've offered me this incredible position at an outstanding organization where I'll be able to change lives and help people. Do you not believe that my past should disqualify me from such a position?" And then the CEO looks at you and says, "I have known you all your life, and I realize you have done things in your past that you deeply regret and were extremely unacceptable. But I know who you are in your heart and your soul, and I believe that you would make an excellent addition to my corporation. I will not judge you on your past because I believe that you are truly what my company needs and what can help propel my company forward going into the future. I believe you will be able to show the value of my corporation to many people and you will be able to change lives. Because of this, you will only be judged by your future actions and not by those of your past." Then the CEO looks at you straight in the eyes with a very serious face. "Though I am forgiving you of the sins of your past, you must not continue to sin in the future. The job I am offering you is very, very high up in my company, and you will represent me on a global stage. Because of this, you will need to make some pretty drastic lifestyle changes and prove yourself worthy to me. Otherwise, you will not be chosen for this position." You look at the CEO and say, "Of course, I'll do whatever you ask me. I didn't even apply for this job, and it'll allow me to change my life and the lives of others. What would you like me to do?" The CEO looks at you and says, "It is quite simple, honestly, but at the same time, it will be a very difficult process that may go on for years." "Well, that's extremely confusing, but I'm intrigued. What must I do?" The CEO looks at you and says, "You must live as my son lived." You remember many years back reading in the paper that the CEO's son had died, and he was remembered as a great man, one of the best, if not the best, to have ever walked this earth. A man of true kindness, love, and compassion, who dedicated his life to helping others, even those in the darkest places. This was a man truly free from sin. I see how this could be difficult to accomplish, sir, you say to the CEO. Yes, it will be difficult, but you will represent my company on the world stage. So if you would like to be chosen for this position, have the sins of your past forgiven, and be given an opportunity to change the lives of many, you must be as my son was. Okay, sir, I accept, you say very excitedly. Where do I start? Do you have any documents about your son, so I may learn of him and understand how to truly be like him on this earth? Ah, I'm glad you asked, the CEO says. There was actually a book written about him many years ago, describing his deeds and his actions on this earth. I will provide you a copy of this book so you may learn how to live like my son. He hands you a Bible and says, choosing to live like my son Jesus is choosing to be chosen for this position. Being called by God is not a choice you made. Being called by God in this story was being offered a job you did not apply for, and you may not believe you deserved. You were called by God. You've already made it through that first step. Not everyone will be called. Many will be called, but not everyone will be called. You were called. You've already been offered a job you did not apply for, and more than likely do not believe you deserved. The hard part is done. The part that may be impossible for some people. This should make you unbelievably happy and excited. Now, of those that are called, few are chosen. This might be stressing you out. Do not let this stress you out. You have an instructional manual in the Bible explaining to you what you need to do to be chosen. Yes, it will require some drastic lifestyle changes. It'll require praying. It'll require forming a deep connection with God. It'll require living a Christ-like life as free from sin as you possibly can on this earth and changing the lives of others for the better. But that's what you have to do. It's not a mystery. This isn't something you have to be concerned of whether or not you will get chosen or not. Do what God asks of you, so He will choose you. There may be things you don't want to do. He may ask you to do things that scare you, but you will do them because you have faith in God. You need to put your complete faith in Him. You've already been called. What an honor. Not everyone will be called. And now all you have to do to be chosen is pick up that book and be like Jesus. There's nothing to fear, my friends. Have faith. Have faith in the man who has already picked you for this opportunity. Anyways, I thought that was an interesting perspective on the situation, as I'm sure this is confusing and stressful for some people who are concerned that they may not be chosen, but they've already been picked. Do not stress. Just put in the work to become the best version of yourself, be as Christ-like as possible, read the Bible, have a strong relationship with God, remove sin from your life. Why would God not choose you if He sees you doing all those things? Don't stress, my friends. Go in peace and live like Jesus Christ. Thank you all for watching. I hope you've gained some insight from this little story and message I've given to you. Perspective is everything. It truly is. This is not something to stress about. Just put in the work. Take care, my friends. I'll see you in the next one.